Hello everybody and welcome to Phoenix Wright, these Attorney Trials and Tribulations. We are now here in the very first episode of this game, and just a heads up, this is actually my second time recording this video. I already did it over a month ago in mid-January. I'm redoing this part, just the first part of this case, because there's something I forgot to do in my previous video. I will also be redoing the first part of the last case. Because I found audio issues with that one. But I have to redo this one now because it's set to be released on March 2nd, which is in just a few days from now. So, I'm going to go ahead and do the beginning of this episode, and let's go. Oops. How did I get into this mess? Why? Why did I do that? Now, girl, you shouldn't see you anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I gotta handle myself there. 5 years earlier, Mia Fey, second trial. April 11th, 9:40 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Ooh, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning. Oh, Mia, please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know? What are you talking about? I'm relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I'm relaxed. Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never interfere, my dear. I am Ruby Grossberg. I'm at your service. Actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you surprised me with your earnest request last night. Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcibly too. I just found out yesterday, and by the case I mean. What? You only got all the relevant facts? Well, about that, you see, of course I have, I think. Oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. Good morning there, everybody. Good morning. Gotta keep smiling, Mia. I just want to say, I'll get all I've got. Yep, it'll be fine. No problem. Oh, what's wrong? You have a cold or something, Mr. Wright? Actually, it's Wright. Like the Fine Brothers, people screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc said that's way, and I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Right, Mr. Wright. You have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please, look on my shirt. That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. That trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. For my client, and for myself. April 11th, 10 a.m., District Court, Quorum number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem? I was under the impression that Morgan Horseman was to be the defense. Yes, well, you see, Mr. Horseman had a bit of an emergency. Emergency? But isn't that him sitting right there next to you? Yes, well, you're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this? Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think. Well, Mr. Payne, nobody sing it, please. Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It'll all be over soon. What was that all about? Were you trying to trash talk me? Now then, I have to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology. It sounds like he was a very bright young man. Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. And they then called the police. That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the records as evidence. Crime photo 1 added to the court record. The crime took place behind an IVU building. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. Hehehe. Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death. An unusual death? What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. Huh? A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I am a genteel man, if you will. A what? Send him to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of. Oh, perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause. Go on. Please say you know at least this much. I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file. My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now see here. The details of the case are filed under the court record. Well, you knew that already, didn't you? The court record. I think I can see that by pressing tab. All the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data there, and think carefully before you answer, my dear. Okay. Cause of death was a fatal electric shock. April 9th at 3 p.m. Got it. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. I've got to stay calm. I can't let the prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just press tab here. Now then, will the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death? Electrocution. According to the court record, there was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Electrocution? How could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some kind of type of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps? The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue. What's that? Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Bad blood? What do you mean? Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude. That's Woodson Payne for you. He is one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence. Evidence? Oh, no need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it in old Greybeard's face. Yes, sir. Into old Greybeard's face. Mr. Grossberg? Put this as a better example for the young lady. Yeah, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with tab, so be sure to go over it all. Oops. Okay, let's see. Must be this girl, Dahlia Hawthorne. We've seen this guy before in the first game. And I believe the second game as well, in the first games of each. Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim? The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here. Dahlia Hawthorne, is it? Very good, Miss Fay. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she had some part to play in the story. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story. Oh, he's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness. If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Fay? It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection. Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh, yes, my name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect. No, he means what did you do before you were arrested? Oh, I was a university student. Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student, but I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you I was. Would the defendant please still refrain from passing on his call to the rest of us? It seems the witness has something that he wants to say. Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim. What are we, Your Honor? The victim and I. I admit I was there. I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that sick British wannabe. I see. So you hardly knew the victim? Right. Like I said, I'm not a killer. Whew. It looks like the judge understands. You're being naive, you know. Too naive. Huh? It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. And that would be? This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Cross-examination? He's right, and it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if the witness's testimony contains any contradictions. Contradictions? If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record. But Mr. Wright is my client. Even if he is your client, in court all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see. What does he mean by that? Did he say that testimony just now? That there was a lie? A contradiction? Now then, no cross-examination, if you please, Miss Fay. Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? Okay. Let's see. Let's press this. Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a sucker British wannabe? Well, Mr. Wright? No, I'm not going to mimic his sneezes. Maybe his coughs, but not the sneezes. No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear. Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yes, well... He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean? Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true. Cross my heart. That's why I didn't do it. He's acting fish you did a salmon I ate last night. Let me ask you something, Miss Fay. Yes, Your Honor? What is it now? Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow. Judge? That's the name of the British flag. How do you not know that? The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag. Oh, I see. So you mean like the Stars and Stripes, right? As usual, Your Honor, your insight is a sound to me. Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now? Yeah, there was a contradiction here. Mr. Grossberg, quickly now, show the boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean. Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully. Oh, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point? Yes, I can. 1 year ago, I was in a courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself. You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia. I'll be fine. I know what I have to do. Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure to present some definitive proof. Okay, Mia, one more time, from the very beginning of his testimony. Jack anywhere? Well, you soon you saw the Union Jack. Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back. Miss Fay, is there some point in the line of questioning? Your Honor, please take a look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there was absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute. He's wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Please forgive me. Mia, you've made a client cry. Let him. That pin on his chest isn't from Phoenix anyways. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime. Oh, did I go too far? By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Yeah, I took some, but was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X? Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How do you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. You lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case? Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now? Huh? Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene. What's this? In the victim's hand. It's Cold Killer X. Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it. What? Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine built by Mr. Wright and had it in his hand. His purpose was in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright. Order in the court. Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence. Very well. The court will accept them into the record. Crime photo 2 added to the court record. The victim's watch stopped at the time of death. Cold Killer X added to the court record. Found clutched in the victim's hand, covered in Wright's fingerprints. Also, the victim's wrist rod was broken. Broken? Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this? This is really bad. Oh, my buttocks. My poor hemorrhoids. Grossberg, stop talking about your hemorrhoids. It's gross. What really happened? The truth is, it was because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then around 3 o'clock we split up. And later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I'd been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. But last time I bought all of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. And forgive me where I say this, I hardly find your current testimony any more credible. Miss Ray, please begin your cross-examination. Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. Okay, let's question this one. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should be at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right on time. You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct? Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. An alchemist? I see. I gotta admit that was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. Oh, how fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for more details? I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though. A little bit earlier, in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. That's right, and they sure look dangerous. You use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables. Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. High voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. The mini omelets are magically delicious. Youch! Why did you punch me in the jaw? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just feel like hurting someone all of a sudden. I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. I'm not entirely convinced by this explanation about the medicine bottle either. Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted. What do you mean? I knew it was too much work for a little girl. However, there is one mystery that still remains. There is, Your Honor. How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim executed? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct? Well, that is... You are correct, Your Honor. So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. I think we do this one. Your Honor? Yes, Miss Ray? I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died. That would be most impressive. Hehehehe. Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence. Of course I know that. Actually, I've totally forgotten about that. Now then, Mr. Fay, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted. I believe it was here. These wires look like they were pretty dangerous. So I'm going to present this one. As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captured it quite well. What? But there was nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Fay, where exactly is this photo in this photo is the murder weapon? I think it's this wire right here. No, naturally, it's right here. That's... What is that? A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard. The machines the pharmacology students we use in the experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there were special high voltage cables strung up everywhere. So then, the high voltage cable? Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation. That certainly sounds plausible. Now, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, I believe some praise is in order. Don't toy with me, old man. Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant. The much is certainly true. Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. And we feel a proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer. You do? Well, what is it? That's fingerprints. Fingerprints? You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as we know, leather jacket holds fingerprints quite well. Ah, you mean... Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand. What? I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder. He squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable. Order. That's enough. I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick to the focus. We're done. Mr. Gorsberg. My hemorrhoids never lie. The show is over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him. No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent. No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt. Your Honor, at this time I am prepared to render a verdict in this case.
Hold it!
Do you have something further to add, Miss Fay? Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge was going to hand down his verdict. But I can't. I just can't say it. If we told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Faye, no matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you and I'll represent you to the very end. We've already established the defendant's guilt. There is no further need for him to say anything. Wait a minute. Mr. Wright, I'll tell you what really happened. I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further. I did it. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault the duck swallow is dead. That girl, you shouldn't see you anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. What you just said, was that the truth? Yes, I was afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure. Well, as things are currently stand, we're absolutely certain, convinced you are. Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. I still can't believe it. You really did push the victim. It feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem shake. When I pushed the victim. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead. Wow, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that. A simple explanation indeed. At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, it went in the electrical cables nearby. If it had been something like that, even I would have noticed it. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that. Miss Faye? Let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. Okay. Hang on. Let's press this. A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap! You know, someone, come to think of it, I wonder what that was. Hehehehe. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
Objection!
You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm trying on some dangerous grounds here. Ask for more details. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Could have been... Yes, could have been? Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it, and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard. An umbrella, huh? And did that umbrella belong to the victim? Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone. Miss Faye? What do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now? Well, I would say it's important. This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more than important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony. Ha! How perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer. The court agrees with the defendant's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony. After I shoved him, he fell down on top of his cheap umbrella. You sure about that? It's way over here. He is not on top of it right now, in this picture.
Objection!
Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier. What do you mean by that? Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole. You're absolutely right. The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendants left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive. No! Order! The victim? He moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now? Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene. I want to present it as evidence immediately. Umbrella added to the court record. Owned by the victim. Found broken near an electrical pole at the crime scene. But the umbrella couldn't have been simply blown there by the wind.
Objection!
According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind. But I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render a final judgment. No! I must say, I still find it hard to believe. Now, a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. Take this testimony added to the court record. The victim fell on top of his umbrella. There was a loud sound when this happened. Well done, Mia. Mr. Payne, what are you talking about? Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish a guilt establish guilt through cross-examination alone. I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying. Let me guess. You have another witness. Exactly. And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible. Well, who is this witness? Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly? I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. What? I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear. Bad news? You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this. You can't be serious. Mia, what do you mean by that? I think this is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. April 11th, District Court, Different Lobby, number 3. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright. At least you told us the truth at the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah, so I guess I can start to relax then, huh? Relax, my boy? You can't be serious. But hiding such important facts? But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why. The love of your life? Huh? Would you mind telling me more about her, you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dolly and I first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, one day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met. I was a symbol for love. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off, and before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this. So she gave it to you as a present, I see. This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly. It certainly is a little bottle, alright? It makes sense to me. It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone we meet. Everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. Dolly's present borrowed from Phoenix Wright. A small bottle necklace given to Wright on the day they met. He shows it to everyone. Anyway. So after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating? Yeah, but she's not. Well, she's so shy. Every time you see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne, 8 months ago, it would have been on August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was. But how did you... This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse. What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse? Murder? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took such an keen interest in this case. You believe there was some connection between these two cases? Am I correct? Newspaper clipping edits the court record. an article from August 28th, almost 8 months ago. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Korsberg. Hang on. Murder in the courthouse. Very little information is being disclosed at this time, since the victim of yesterday's incident in the district courthouse cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. However, police are questioning the 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim. Excuse me. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Korsberg. I need to finish this myself. Oh, yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find. Thank you. I want to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Well, looks like recess is about over. We better all get moving. I guess so. That rest of recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. Well, that's it for this part. Okay. As you can see, I've already done Bridge of the Turnabout earlier this month. Let's see here. Let's do it here, I guess. Well, I've already finished the entire LP, so the next time the next video you see will be me in the past from mid-January. So, until next time, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and hit that like button, comment and subscribe, and until next time, have a great day, and take care.